Bro, what was your first dish you ever made? And who you made it for?
Oh, first real dish?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front. I probably cooked something for a shorty a while back in college. Thought I was doing something.
Yeah.
This is back in St. John's days, just, whatever in the dorm. And I think I made like some dumb like beef pasta, and it was like whatever the hell. And I was like, I gotta do better than this, bro. This isn't. I'm not getting no play of these the dishes I'm putting out. But
did she keep it real with you though?
I think she lied. Yeah. It's all right. She was being nice, but it's because it was the effort. Yeah, it's the A for effort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
shout
a
out
little
to her
thing
for that. Yeah, it was the little things. But I don't think I really like something serious when I was already in culinary school.
Okay.
And I just recreated. I think I did it for me, my roommate, and a couple of our friends, and my sister. I think, if I remember correctly. And I made like these. It's kind of like a pot pie situation, like a puff pastry pie. You know what I'm saying? You can call it a pot pie, but it was made with veal. We learned it in school, but I really liked it. And I was like, if I could flex this, I think I might be on to something.
You might change the game.
Yeah. And it was cool, man. So I think that was the first time I really was like, nah, I really want to make this and like just be nice at it. And it was very different. It tested me because I was like, I never made this before, nor did I ever care to make it. Right. So it's like, how good are you actually at cooking with something you've never done before?
Right.
This is a challenge.
That's tight, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to switch it up and down until your St. John's days, bro. You know,
Yeah.
I heard that was the first time you really like DJ. 2015, right?
Yeah. I was getting into it. It's funny. Actually, shout out my noops in the building.
Yeah.
And the Noop Day is Noop Day, right? Yeah. Founders Day, huh? Founders Day. Shout out to all my noops for real, because
I forgot you is. You see, I got the jacket. Okay.
Yeah, shout out Dom in the building too. The man behind the scenes for real. Yeah, I don't see him on camera neither, but like that's a big part of why I see where Joe Cooks is at right now, straight up. But shout out to him and all the noops. At St. John's, I just started doing parties on the campus, random stuff. It turned into like student organizations, and then it turned into Greek life.
Okay.
That's when I started doing parties for Kappas, Alphas, LULs, some of the sororities, and it just allowed me to tap into a lot of the different diverse groups. Yep. And St. John's is such a diverse university. It's one of the most diverse in the country. Okay. So it really helped me just tap into all the different networks, ultimately, that were there. Okay. And it's college, bro.
Right.
It was a time.
What the vibes like? It's your first time you shoot at a party. What the vibes was like, bro?
St. John's at that time, not for nothing. We were like I feel like it's not the same now. I'm not gonna speak for it because I haven't been there, but like I feel like it's not how it was like even during our last few years. Like even the years before that, it was popping, right? Like it's a great school, great party school, a lot of stuff going on. We had like one of the last few years where like parties was going. So like we would have, it was called the Strip. They changed it to something else too, which is weird. They gave it a whole different name, and it's a Catholic school, so it's not the. It's definitely not. It don't resemble what really be going on.
They changed, yeah.
Yeah, it's called it was called the Strip, and that was where like everybody pulled up. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a basketball court there. There'd be games. People be strolling, frats, sororities, they're strolling. You know what I'm saying? You play their songs and it's a big party, bro. Okay. And it was like, for me, that was like, I'm already doing parties, right? But now we're in like that real college feel, and it really lets you just analyze like, okay, this is how you get people moving. Yep. And you start seeing like who moves to what and what resembles. And then it's a cultural thing too, like in terms of like frat and sorority culture. And knowing how to fuse that with what's going on in college life, what's relevant in music right now. How do you tie all of those so that it's not just a DJ playing records for the Greek life, or DJs only playing records for students and not even acknowledging Greek life to like get them cracking too. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to know how to fuse all of it. So that for me was a big challenge. I'm like, all right, how do I take this environment and really cater to everybody that's here and be the man for doing that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So college really gave me like that real diverse thought process into DJing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like turntables, hip hop. My older brother like put me on a lot of turntable stuff, old school hip hop, things like that. But now I'm like, all right, I got to tap into this market. Yeah. This is the market that I'm in now, and this is how we gonna build. I bet. So I had to learn like that, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of mess ups too, though.
I was want to ask you how was the journey with that, bro. You know.
Yeah. A lot of mess ups.
Yeah.
It's you know,
it's part of the business though, bro.
100%.
Like my first episode, I didn't put the fucking audio on. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, see, it's like little small things like that. Where you learn, you keep learning,
Exactly.
and it's part of the scars, man.
Yeah.
It's literal failures that make you succeed. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's what make you better, like you mentioned.
100%. You have to. I think everybody has to fail at what they want to do.
Right.
You got to fail a little bit because that's only gonna make your skin tougher, and it's gonna prove like, do you really want this or not?
That point too, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how bad do you really want this? Because failure is gonna come more often than success does.
Yeah. You gotta get uncomfortable a lot and shit in certain moments.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for you, even talking in front of a microphone, was that something that you did like as just young, or was like this is something that one day you were just like, I think I want to start doing this?
Probably when I like my first year in college, I want to be a sports analyst.
Okay.
But then of course I ain't doing that right now. But I didn't see myself being in front of the mic though, to be honest. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do this. It's, you know, I'm comfortable. But I'm a people's person, so I'm like, I gotta use my skills a certain way. So now as I'm going, I like it. I enjoy, you know, to be able to know about a person, ask questions, do my research on a person. So, you know, speaking of research, man, heard your brother, you know, he dropped that the equipment down to you. What it was like over 30 years, bro.
Man, yeah.
How was that moment for you?
I mean, like, it wasn't even like one of those where I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that factor, that moment came years later.
Okay.
When I'm like, I'm still carrying these bitches everywhere, bro. And I'm like, people, most DJs don't know because they don't be doing this no more. And I'm gonna pop my shit a little bit on this, but like, they don't know what it's like to carry 2 techniques and a mixer everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of DJs, they just got a controller. And shout out to all the DJs that do it, because I get it and I do understand. And it is easier nowadays to learn on that. Because turntablism isn't exactly where it used to be in certain aspects, unless you really give a fuck about it. But like, I come from that era where I have bits of that in my era where I'm like carrying turntables.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you like on trains, on buses.
So it's heavy too, huh?
Yeah, bro. They're like 50 pounds each with the cases and everything. So you're talking about 100 pounds between the two, and then you got your bag that got your mixer, your wires, so it's like, you know, I did that. You know what I mean? And it's just been a lot to it. But knowing that those came from my brother and knowing that they have all that history to them is what also pushes me to be like, nah, these got to keep going outside. Because these things have been around the world and back. He was in the Navy, so he took those to like Turkey, Croatia, Italy, Spain, and he DJed in certain spots out there. So they got history. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like right now it's kind of like gathering like that, like the... kind of like the basketball from Space Jam. We took all the superpowers. You know, I'm like, I'm building those. There's more sets and more sets as I go, and they just continue to build history. And then other dope DJs that I have the honor to like have them come through spin, and they actually know what they're doing, and then do their thing on those. It's just like more of that power going into them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like to think of it. So it's a lot, man, but like, it's fun. There's nothing like turntablism.